You are in the world. It's Ruth here, your paper crafting girl. Sorry, I was just watching Jimmy Fallon with the Catherine Han, who plays a character in WandaVision. Anyway, it's really interesting. It was an interview a year ago before WandaVision came out. So, and then she gets up and starts singing. So I'm in the mood to sing now. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome. So tonight we are going to be making paper daffodils. So if you normally watch me for stamping and all that kind of thing, and you're thinking, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to like this one, stick around. You might do, but I won't be offended if you want to go do something else. So paper flowers is my bag. I do love making paper flowers, and I've been doing it quite a long time. Done variations over the years, lots and lots of variations. And it's interesting because this is my 10th year anniversary with Stampin' Up, and I have been doing a little bit of kind of reminiscing and looking back at some old videos and projects. And there is one that I did a long time ago where I decorated the end of a pen. I do love decorating the ends of pens and pencils. Again, that's my thing. I like doing that. So I thought it's time that I created a new daffodil, because the punch that I used for that flower way back when is, we don't sell it anymore. Have not sold it for a while now. So, oh, sorry, just trying to figure out what is going on with my thing here. Sorry. Why is that not lifting up? Ooh, there we go. That's better. Oh, dear me. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, just going to have to be what it is. Aloha, Minda. Nice to see you. Okay, so I was having a look at, these are the dies, Floral Gallery dies. And I was having a look at this big old thing here. Now, I know it doesn't necessarily look like a daffodil, but I'm thinking we're going to make it look like a daffodil. There is also, oh, now this leaf. Quite like the look of this leaf to make a nice leaf around my daffodil. I might use that. Then we have some nice flowers. This one's quite a good shape as well. So this is from the, oh no, turn over the right thing, the Perennial Petals set. And I'm just losing them everywhere now. So I thought that might be a good idea to have a little play with that. And then, of course, I've got the punch, the 3 petal punch. This one here, might use that. So I haven't got a specific kind of idea of what I'm going to do. I'm just going to play with what I have and talk through the process of when I have an idea and I'm trying to get the idea to kind of realize itself, because sometimes I present something and I kind of go, right, bam, this is how I do it. But then I think actually what is more interesting for you guys who are perhaps at the beginning of your creative journey is to actually understand the process where my brain goes to figure stuff out. Because actually what I am more passionate about is that you guys figure out how to do things for yourselves, so that you can look at the products that you already own, or you want to be more careful how you buy in the future so you're not wasting your money. So yeah, so it's kind of better if you kind of can think ahead and think what is going to be useful for me as a crafter, or what can I do with it. So I have a sheet of Daffodil Delight cardstock here. It's a nice bright yellow. It's kind of like you know, wow, the name says it all really. It's called Daffodil Delight, so I think we should make daffodils from it. So I'm going to cut that in half, ready to use my cut and emboss machine. I'm just going to lift that up a bit and hopefully that will stay there, and bring my machine on. Just move some of the stuff. I've got some spare pencils just at the side to make my toppers. These are kind of just ones in my newly decorated drawers, of course. You guys saw me decorate those last week. Now, normally we'd do Masculine Monday on a Monday, but it's St. David's Day here in Wales. So we're going to do something daffodil related, because daffodils are the Flower of Wales, the national flower. Oh, just got things falling about me. So I'm just going to get my plates ready. Oh, that made a bit of a loud noise. Sorry about that. Okay, and then I also have got my heat gun ready at the side as well. So hello everybody that's joining me on the live. Nice to see you all. It's always great to have your company. Thank you also for the thumbs up. I've seen a few people give me thumbs up already. Hi Christine, Mindy. You didn't run over anybody in your rush to get here. That's funny. Hi Martina, Bree, Linda, Jan, Michaela, Jackie, Bonnie, Delinda. Hi all. So I'm just whipping through all those messages. So I'm sorry if you want to ask me a specific question, you might have to do it in capitals because otherwise I'm not necessarily gonna. Or if you really, yeah, if you're asking me a question, maybe put a few question marks so that I'm more likely to catch it. Because otherwise, I glance at the chat and unless I can sort of know if I know it's for me, then I won't really respond. So. Daffodils are the birthday flowers of March too. There we go. So I'm being a bit naughty. I'm actually going to cut through 2 pieces of card just to save a bit of time. Cut a few out of these. Hello Miss Kay. Hello Miss Deborah. So nice to see you. Now I saw somebody said hello from... Who's new? I thought. Do say hello if you're new. Oh, so who said something about a trumpet daffodil? Yeah, Martina has been stamping daffodils. She showed me something that she'd been stamping. Really pretty. So, just going to move that on. Just cut a few of these out. Ready? Hello, Georgiana. Lovely to see you. It is efficient. Hi, Dorothy. Are you new? You're from the US. What part of the US are you from, roughly? Please don't be giving exact details of your locations. Okay, so I've got a few of those yellow flowers cut out now. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to get some granny apple green and cut out some leaves. And then I'm going to get on and show you how I'm going to do this. So the reason I have used these particular flower shapes to cut out is because I think that, you know, when daffodils are blowing around in the wind, they kind of create that hazy colour. I know they have specific petals and so on, but we're kind of taking an artistic view on it. So anything yellow and like a blob of yellow with a few spikes, I think will work. I'm using the dies from Floral Gallery and the Perennial Flower ones, those ones, Deborah. So this is the dies that match the Art Gallery stamp set. So there are stamps that match these that you can stamp and then cut these out, but I'm using them without a stamp today. Okay, so happy St. David's Day. I've been practicing saying it in Welsh all day, but then I forgot it's gone out of my brain now. We'll have to wait for Wendy or Lorraine. Do you remember how to say it in Welsh? Oh, to be honest, you can cut these by hand, Deborah. They're really not complicated shapes. The only reason I'm using dies is because I'm being lazy. to be quite honest with you. Yeah, these, you know, and also like I said, I'm trying to let you into my brain and how I sort of think when I'm trying to create something. So I know I want to create a paper daffodil. That's my aim. And I want it to be on the end of a pencil. So I've got to make that mechanism work somehow. So typically the daffodil has, you know, you've got the flowers, you have the petals on the outside, and then you have this kind of like trumpet in the middle, don't you? Oh, diolch yn fawr. Dwi'n nod y Dewi Sant hapus. Thank you. Isn't there gwylyn in there as well? You could use the scallop circle dies or circle punches. Yes, good idea. So I'm thinking for the trumpet, I was going to have a little bit of an experiment with the scallop oval, which I have here, because look, that's got a wee bit of a scallop to it. And I was sitting fiddling with that the other day because I made flower centres, didn't I, on Friday that had these. So we're going to see if we can do something with that. And then I did notice there are those dies here. I wonder if we could cut something out and then twirl that around and around. Just a thought. Okay, so let's see if this works. Oh, thank you, Phoebe. Feliz Dia de San David. That's what it is in Spanish. Right, let's get you guys back in now. Hello, Miss Amanda. Oh, someone asking about the Welsh cakes. Yeah, Welsh cakes are like this hybrid like thing, really. They've got the texture of a dense scone or scone, depending what part of the world you come from. But they are not baked. They are cooked on a griddle or I mean, we just used a heavy bottom frying pan. But they are sort of like dry fried, if that makes sense. You sort of put a layer of grease on the frying pan to cook them. I just put butter. And then you sort of cook them for 3 minutes and then you flip them over and cook them for another 3 minutes. And it's basically like a pastry consistency when you cut it. Right, there we go. That's my attempt at a trumpet. There we go, for my daffodil. It's not bad, that, actually. Wendy says, my mummy makes the best ones ever. Awesome. Okay, so that's not looking bad, is it? That's not bad. Let's have a look at this design now. So I'm just going to scrunch up a little bit. Yes. Well, it does have mixed spice in the recipe. Now, the funny thing was, I showed you that picture on Instagram, didn't I, of those cakes that my daughter was making. So she followed the recipe, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we cooked them. And then I was like, these aren't very sweet. I was like, did you put the sugar in, May? And she was like, oh, I don't know. Anyway, we think that she didn't actually put the sugar in. So the sweetness does come from then, what you do is you douse them in sugar afterwards anyway, a bit like a donut. And so that is the sweetness and the currants. So May's, yes, are lacking in sugar. Yeah. Never mind. Could be worse. Could have put too much sugar in. That would be even worse. So we're going to try doing this trumpet by, you see what I've done? I've cut it. So we've got a flat bit here. Hi, Paula. Oh, yeah, she could post some. Yes, they are flat. Yeah. Well, we've got a whole tin full now. Now, see, that's a bit measly, isn't it, that one? But I'm thinking, what about 2 layers? Oh, so you don't douse yours in sugar. But do you put sugar in the mixture? Yeah, see, it helps if you actually put sugar in the mixture. Well, the recipe I've got is very simple, and I think it was the recipe that Tom's mum gave me when Luke needed to cook some for a school competition. So when he was younger, well, all my children have gone to Welsh speaking schools, and traditionally around this time of year they have Eisteddfods, and they compete, all the children compete against each other, and one of the competitions was to create Welsh cakes. So I believe that was the recipe that Tom's nan used to make. So right, I'm just going to have a little fiddle with these leaves just to get these a little bit... Yes, that's about the right ratio that I thought it was, Lorraine. Yeah, it was 1 pound of sugar, sorry, 1 pound of flour. Oh, actually, no, it was 6 ounces of sugar, 4 ounces of lard, 4 ounces of margarine. Yeah. My recipe is from Harry Seacombe. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so now this is the tricky bit, getting them onto a pencil. All right. So what I tend to find is the easiest way to get them to go onto a pencil is to fold whatever your flower is, fold it in half, find the middle section and cut a small slit like that. Hi, Glenna. It fell out. It was nut. Oh, don't you like nutmeg? Oh dear. Okay, and then refold it in half again. That's funny, Christine. Okay, sorry. I'm just going to go over this again because I'm concentrating on the messages you're sending me, so I'm sure I'm not the only one. So I'm just going to go, right, everybody, watch a second, please. So fold your flower in half, cut a slit, open it back up, refold, and then cut another little slit like that. So you end up with a cross, a bit like a jacket potato. Okay, you know when you put the cross on top of a jacket potato. Okay, so this then allows you to be able to push your pencil through your flower like that, and then you've got your flower sitting there, and then because you've kind of done the little cross, it sort of like hugs it a little bit, which is useful. Okay, then we've got to think about how we're going to attach our trumpet to the pencil. So normally I would just get a bit of hot glue and just wrap it around, which I think I'm just going to do. You know what? I've got my glue here. So I'm not going to look at your comments just for a second because you guys are well distracting me. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue around there like that. Get my trumpet from earlier that has sort of still curled a little bit. Oops. Try not to knock. And then wrap that around my pencil. Then add a little bit more glue just around there. Get it all stuck down. Okay, not the most perfect trumpet ever, because we had to kind of like go round a corner, didn't we? Because of that oval. So I'm actually going to cut some little waves like that into there before sticking on my little trumpet there. So then to do this, what I would do is actually put a little bit more glue just around here like this, very, very little amount, and then push that into the top and then just hold it there. Try not to burn yourself. I'm just sort of rolling it around in my fingers. So what was that about So put the smaller trumpet on top of the eraser. Oh, I see, on top of there. Yeah, to be honest, I have picked pencils where the erasers are a bit dud. Oh, I've got this little one. That might be a good idea for this. Deborah's got a hot glue gun phobia, I think. It's either that or somebody's not sat down and taught her how to use it properly. Oh, not quite sure about that, Delinda. Let me cut this off a bit so it's the same height. So I've made it smaller. Oh, whose anniversary? Oh, Deb Smith? Is it Deb's anniversary? Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there, like that. And pop that in the top. I don't know how long that's going to stay there for, to be honest, but we'll try it. Hi Lisa, welcome. There we go, that's our little mini daffodil pencil on the, sorry, daffodil on the end of our pencil. Now, we've got these leaves to go now. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut off the stem. Don't really need that stem at the top at all. Oh, that's cute. So a little bit of glue just in the side there. And just kind of let the paper kind of go where it wants to go. So that one wants to curl around there like that, so that's fine. We'll put a little bit more glue on that leaf there. Thank you, Cindy. I think we could do with another leaf there, couldn't we? Right, now listen, I double cut these, so I've got to take those apart. So cut the stem off. So you see how I've cut it so it looks like it's just following the line of that leaf. Then go back in with my tweezers just to give it a bit of extra shaping. Yes, definitely wrap with florist tape. Oh, actually, I know where I have some. I put all my flower arranging stuff in a bag to give to a friend, and she hasn't responded to me saying, would you like it? So it's all by the front door, actually. I might be able to go and grab it. Or washi tape, that's the other option. Okay, so I'm just going to trim these little excess bits off. I did have some washi tape on my desk the other day. Oh, and it's yellow, look at that. So for the sake of speed, I'm just going to use some washi tape, because that is what I have on my desk. So when you try and cover something like this, you need to try and get it to go at an angle so that it will work down. And I'm not going to go too much further because I've not got a lot of washi tape left. So give that a twist. I'm holding it. There we go. There we go. That focusing okay? Right, so let's try with the other design then. We've got this one here. So I'm going to do exactly what I did before. No reason to sort of change it right now. Now this is obviously not a symmetrical shape. And what I want to do is have one sort of slightly overlapping like that. So I'm actually going to aim for this as for my cross, not actually a real centre. Oh, Jan. Well, I do have more. It's just I don't have it here with me right now. So it's at my friend's house in storage. Okay, so that's that. That's my trumpet. Now, I remember in the past what I tended to do was do the trumpet bit first. So let's stick that on first. So this was using 2 cutouts of the oval and then cutting a little piece off it. So we're just putting a bit of glue around that. You have to work fairly quickly with the hot glue. Get that on there. Oops. Hold it down for a second. It's Lorraine telling jokes. Oh, bye Phoebe. Take care, lovely to see you. So I'm just adding on my second layer. Again, put a little bit of glue around like that. You could do it on a straw, although I do find that pencils and pens are much more sturdier, and also it means that you can use it every day and you enjoy it every day. When you say a straw though, do you mean a paper straw? Well, paper or plastic, I'd find them a little bit flimsy personally. But okay, so put the point bit through the top. Okay, so you're pushing out the cross section. And then put glue up to the base of the trumpet. Slide that up and then kind of pushing that into the glue. Okay. And it's worth just holding it there until the glue cools down. Okay, so do remember hot glue works in a very different way than wet glue or anything like that. It works on the basis that it's sticky when hot. So when you want it to stay stuck, you have to wait for it to cool. Okay, so this is like an artistic daffodil, definitely. Right, so that's the shorter side and that's the longer side. So I'm going to push through there. And we want to do this lovely double. I do like a double layer daffodil, I must admit. Okay, just going to put a bit of glue just around there. And then push that up like that. And just get that stuck. Just twiddle that round and around and around. There we have this pretty double daffodil. Just get our leaves ready. Oh, now the other way you can put marks into a leaf is to actually fold, I don't know, might not work so well with this, is to actually fold your leaf in half and to kind of do your shaping as it's already folded in half, and that way you end up with a sort of symmetrical patterning like that. Okay, so I'll show you that again. So you fold your leaf in half and then you're going downwards, so just sort of twist forward, then go in there and twist back, and then sort of twist forward and then close back. And there you have that lovely sort of, so it makes it, the idea is to make it look more like veining, really. Not that daffodil leaves have, I've actually got a jar of daffodils, not a jar, vase of daffodils, and they don't really have veining, but it's just me and leaves. I like them textured. So the other option is that actually you work into the centres like this. So you could do it that way too. Yeah, so either way is fine. Find your way, your method that you find easiest. Okay. Right, so let's attach these leaves. Yes, well, spring should be sprunging. Spring has sprung. We're slowly getting some spring flowers. I've got some little daffodils in a pot. Actually, I've got some in the kitchen that a friend gifted to me when we just moved. And I've also got some that were in a pot from last year that are blooming. So, and then when I first moved to the house, a friend gave me a bunch of daffodils, and then the other day, the co-elder of my husband, his wife, and dropped some off for me, which was lovely. There we go. I don't know, I feel like that's sticking out a bit too much, so I'm going to actually rip that off and stick it a bit closer. I don't like it. Okay. Oh no, I don't like that either. Oh well. Okay, so a little bit of washi tape again, just to kind of secure it. Now the other option is that you could tie some ribbon, and I've done that in the past where I've tied, and it's more decorative. Well, no, tell a lie, it's not just decorative, it's also to sort of keep everything secured up there. So you can just tie a nice little knot of, I mean, I love this sort of more natural looking ribbon. Actually 1 year for On Stage. So On Stage is an event that Stampin' Up organises, a corporate organised event for demonstrators only. And traditionally we take swaps to the event. And 1 year I made a massive basket of paper flowers. And I took them in a wicker basket, and they looked amazing. Obviously, at the end of the day, I didn't have them anymore because I'd swapped them with people. But it did look very impressive at the beginning of the day when they were all full. There we go. So that's just a little extra decorative piece that you can put there. So there we go. Let me know which one you prefer. There's this sort of more dainty one. Oh, I'm going to try it with a punch as well. I'll do that. Hold on. Ooh, forgot about that. Oh yes, I did have a, yes, I did, didn't I, Esther? Well, the official photographer took a photo of me with my basket. So I'm not sure. Oh my goodness, Jan, are you having a clear out? Yeah, sorry, I was saying I'm not sure that the central part of this is big enough for a pencil to go through without it breaking. So we're going to try it. That's always the issue, that there are mechanics that you have to think of to work. Okay, I'm actually going to cut an extra slit in. I'm going very carefully. Yes, you can do it. Okay, but you just have to be very gentle. Very, very gentle. My grandmother made a living from creating paper flowers in wintertime. Oh, wow. That's interesting, Martina. Who did she make them for? Oh, that was your parents' place, Jan. Of course, yes, you've lost your parents, haven't you? Oh, dear, what a job. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, hubby's just gone to pick up. She sold them at the market. Oh, wow. Good for her. Have you got any of them, Martina, still? Oh, I feel like I need to do an extra one. Yes, and I suppose silk flowers would have been expensive as well, Janine. Okay, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm just taking my time so that the little slits are not too close to the edge. And I'm very gentle, I'm just working that through. There we go. So now let's have a think. Is there a new way I could do a trumpet? I really am quite interested to find out if I could make something with this. So please bear with. I'm just going to get my cut and emboss machine back and see if I can cut that out and roll that up and see what happens. And this is kind of what I wanted you to see, or wanted to hear my thoughts, that I look at things and go, oh, what if? What could I do that with that? And that's the sort of shape I want. Will it do what I want it to do? You know, I want to create a frilly edge. What's got a frilly edge? Oh, one of those dies. Okay, so you may have other things. You may have the like the scallop rectangles, and you could cut off a piece of the rectangle or the edge of a rectangle. You could have, I tell you what I have used in the past is the scissors, like the multi-blade scissors. So I know some of you have those in your kitchens to cut your, you know, your spring onions or whatever, your chives. So those multi-blade fringing scissors, they are perfect for creating little centres like this. But if you haven't got exactly the right thing, just have a look around. So the other option I have is to do it by hand. And again, that's not a terrible kind of experience. So I'll fold a piece, just because that piece of rectangle paper is just that size. So I could fold that in half, and I could just go down it with my scissors. Just do that, fringe it. So that's another option. So I've got the scissors resting on my fingers underneath. Oh, bye, Cheryl. Yes, enjoy your dinner. So, yeah, don't try and hold on to the end and cut into it. Just turn it round. I don't want reports of like people losing tips of fingers because of me. Hi, Nina. So, yeah, you just missed me waffling on, Nina. You didn't miss much, don't worry. Hi, Heidi. Lovely to see you. Okay, so again, it sometimes is helpful to very gently, especially because this is slightly weakened now because I fringed it. Oh, that's lovely, Martina. And did she make it from crepe paper, Martina, or was it just normal, I don't know, just paper? Okay, so let's have a look. Which one are we going to prefer? I'll pop that around there. Now the only downside to these ones is because they're not curved, you're not going to get it splaying out so much. So I wonder actually if a mixture of the two might be better then. So we've got that one which has got the sort of what I call postage stamp edge, and then we can put the fringy one around that one. Oh well, there we go. Who? Your brother did that to you when you were young? Oh, he'd cut the end off your finger. Oh my word. I would scream the house down. Did it grow back or? Right, I'm just going to hold that there until it cools. Can I bend the edges over? We can try, Heidi. Yeah, but the issue is that it's not curvy. So I think you've just joined, haven't you? So you didn't realise what I did before, but for the previous flowers, what I used was the oval. And with the oval, you can then cut a curve. And because you're curling on a curve, it goes outwards. Whereas when something's completely straight, you don't get that same action. Yes, I've still got the I've still got those scissors as well, Denise. Yep. Okay, so we'll go with, I think, doing part fringing and part that. The reason I just showed you this process, again, is just to say, look, if you have an idea, just have a go at it. I mean, it's just the cost of a little bit of paper and a few minutes of your time just to eliminate that idea. And then also it will teach you, okay, so the reason it doesn't work so well is because, so in this instance, it's because I either need something that is going to splay outwards like this or is on the curve. So it's a mathematical problem. It's not an artistic problem. And I know some of you do lack confidence because you think, oh, it's because I'm not artistic. And it's not necessarily that at all. It comes down to problem solving and just going, okay, be brave enough to have an attempt at solving a problem. And just because you don't solve it today, it doesn't mean that it was a bad idea. It just means that you need to go back and rethink it. So it's the same even with, you know, your stamping techniques and things. You know, it's, don't have high expectations of the first go. Just have a go and then evaluate afterwards. Okay, so I'm just pushing that petal into there. Sorry, I know it's out of focus. There we go. I'm going to get my second petal ready. Bit of glue there, and there, there. I'm not good at problem. Well, Cindy, you've lived so far in your life and you figured out how to use YouTube and you figured out how to type, so I don't believe you, I have to say. You've learnt language, you've learnt how to communicate, so I'm sure that you can problem solve. The facts tell me otherwise. I'm a fairly logical girl. You like this one, do you, Esther? Yes, I think it's the shape of the petals, isn't it? It's more daffodil-like, isn't it? These ones are more artistic, and this is more realistic. These are my artsy daffodils, and these are, you know. What did Melanie say? I looked up St David's Day and Siri told me she doesn't speak Welsh rabbit. Oh, that's funny. Siri, what is Welsh rarebit? Spiky petals look better. Okay. See, I had to keep going, didn't I, to get to that point, to realise that that punch was all I needed. But I do like my other ones as well. Shh, don't speak too loudly. They you know, you hurt their feelings. We do love you, honest. Right. So for this little leaf then, do I want that size? Shall we try something else? Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it by hand, just to show you. You can do these by hand. You don't have to have a punch. Hi, Vicky. Delinda says, I defeat myself before I start. Oh, bless you, Delinda. What is cowl? Soup, yes. How do you get them off the pencils? You don't, Joanne. There's no reason to take them off either. Because these pencils, the rubbers don't work. And this one doesn't have a rubber. So they don't know. You just keep them on there. And so they look really lovely in your pen pot. And whenever I used to sell my flower pens, I used to have to keep one by the side and actually put a sign saying, these are flower pens. Because people go, oh, I just thought it was a nice bunch of paper flowers. I was like, no, they are real pens. They do work. So for those of you who do craft fairs and things, you may want to check out my other videos to do with making flower pens and pencils. I took a long time to design a fuchsia looking one. Just saying, if you're into fuchsias, I have done one that looks like a fuchsia. So, ooh. Well, if they serve it at the Savoy, it's good enough for anybody, isn't it, NK? So I'm just concentrating. We're making pencil toppers, Vicky. Yeah, I'll flip the camera and have a chat to you guys in a second, and I'll go and find it for you to show you. Okay, and just twist, bend the ends of the leaf to make it look a bit more realistic. And then, like I said, put a bit of washi tape or florist tape around. Oh, Esther, yes. There we go. Oh, I forgot to say the colour I use for the centres is Mango Melody. So, just going to have a bit of a tidy up. Let's see if I can find a pot to stick these in. Yes, Ruth sweeps the desk. Oh yeah, just thought it's all piled up here. I won't show you there. It's just all piled up. Yeah, but my desk looks pretty, doesn't it, with my daffodils? Right, so we've got numero uno, number 1. So that was made and cut from the dye rather, from the Perennial Blooms. So I'm just trying to, I think that's the name of it. I'm just trying to get the piece of paper. Sorry, Perennial Petals. So this dye was cut using Perennial Petals. This one was the Art Gallery one. Floral Gallery. So that those two were cut from there. That was using the tri-punch. And yeah, you don't necessarily have to do that centery bit there, but that was just done by hand fringing. And then to create this trumpet, these 2 trumpets, we used the oval punch. So I guess I could have had a go swapping them all out and experimenting, but that's what you're going to do. You're going to go away now and experiment and see which you prefer. So let's see if I can find that very old video of way back when. Hi, Miss Janice. So while you're there chatting amongst each other, please could you pop back and give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's demystified how to do 3D, how to approach a 3D item. It's basically a bit of paper manipulation. And yeah, just have a play with it really. Okay, so one of the first video I ever put on my YouTube channel is a paper flower peg, but that can be adapted to be put onto a pen. Then again, one of my other videos is a paper flower pen video. I will share that with you now in the chat. Oops, how do I go back and find where I am? There we go. I will share that with you now. Actually, no, I'll put it in the comments section because the chat doesn't always show up straight away, does it? Oh, how do I put it in the comment section? Oh, how bizarre. Esther, can you copy and paste that and put it in the comments section? Because I don't seem to be able to do it. Okay, then the other video that I'm going to look for is library, my videos. Sort by oldest. So if you ever want trying to find my old videos, if you just go to my videos and look for the oldest things, you can sometimes come across them. Where's my fuchsia pen? Oh, there it is. Share. Copy link. Live chat. Paste. There we go. Right. Lorraine thinks the punch worked the best. Yeah. Now, if anyone has got... Oh, well done, Melanie. If anybody has got the old Fun Flower punch from years ago, so one of the bigger punches, you will probably find that a bit easier to make your flowers with. Okay. So if anyone's got punches going back a few years with Stampin' Up, then do go and use those. But I need to show you obviously what can be done with current products. So ta-da! There we go. Right, lovely to see you guys. And just Janine, oh yes, that would not surprise me at all, Janine, if you've still got that one. Right, I'm trying, look, that's my mess over there. I'm trying to flip my camera around so that I need to, oh, it's come off. Never mind, I'll put it over here instead. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Glenna. You're welcome, Delinda. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Not quite sure. Like my light. Oh, it's from my daughter's bedroom. Yeah, it's a pink chandelier. Bright pink. It's like a fuchsia-y, you know, what's the word? Melon mambo light. Kay says 3 is her favourite. It's very cute. It's quite ickle, actually. It's more like a narcissus. Narcissi. Narcissi. Good to see your face. Oh, thank you. You too, Cindy. Have a great evening. I'm going to go and chill out for bed, I think. Yes. Oh, I refer to everything as Stampin' Up colours, Melanie. Yeah. It makes sense. It's a universal language. Or Barbie pink. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure if I am going to move it. If I'm going to have lighting that's a bit different. Glenna, I might have the one lighting that's set into the roof space because the ceiling height is not even going to be as tall as here. So yeah, the ceiling height is quite low, really. So I probably can't have anything hanging. So it'll be easier for me to have things that are set into the roof space. So no, this can stay here. We'll see. Right, lots of love to you all. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for your continued support. And your daffodils make my get. Oh no, your daffodils are beautiful. They're just different. They're just very different. But if you want to see another daffodil card, Esther did one actually. No further work since Friday, I'm afraid, because my builder had to sort a personal matter out. So he hopefully will be back tomorrow. So yeah, we'll go from there tomorrow. Lots of love to you all. Take care. God bless. Bye.